Are you still buying gas, groceries, and fast food without getting cash back? Why are you doing that? You could be getting cash back on all of these things. And not like, here's some credits to use at this store again and some points. This is cash. This is money on your phone that you can then deposit straight into your PayPal and then put that into your bank account. Over the last 2 years, I have earned $299.39 on Upside. Now, they have cashback offers at all kinds of places. Circle K, Lion's Choice, local random restaurants, Papa Murphy's, Phillips 66, Huck's, all kinds of places now. You can get cash back just for shopping there. All you have to do is give them the last 4 digits of your card, and then they just make sure that you use those same cards at these places and give you cash back on the app. When you go to get the app, use the invite code Janice3538. That's JANICE 3538 to get an automatic 15 cents back per gallon on your first transaction using the app. This year, I'm using the money that we save up for Christmas. It's May, and I've only used it a couple of times on things other than gas, and I already have almost $60 saved up for Christmas for the kids this year. I'm hoping to have about $200 saved up, which doesn't sound far-fetched, especially because now they're offering it at over 50 different local restaurants and 50 different nationwide companies. So like I said, get the app, Upside. That's UPSIDE, and use the invite code Janice3538 to get 15 cents per gallon back on your first transaction. Upside doesn't share any of your personal information with your referral network, so you don't have to worry about like your friends who you refer to the app knowing everything you do and everywhere you shop. Same with people who you are referred from, so don't worry. No one's going to know all the things that you buy.
You dumb fucking bitch!
Bitch.
Bitch.
You bitch! The nigger bitch!
Heinous bitch is the
Fucking bitch.
Bitch.
You're a bitch!
The bitch.
Hi, it is me again. I am back with Hi Bitch, Bye Bitch. It's a podcast where a bitch gets high and talks about shit. I am that bitch. You guys know me. I am back with Movies of 1999 Part 2 because I could not finish it. It was very long, okay? Like, the last episode, I feel like, was insanely long. So this one's going to be insanely long also, and we're going to get through the other half of this fucking list. So this week, it was sports. Again, sports. My whole fucking life is sports now. But really, we had so far in the last, actually it's been 2 weeks because bitches procrastinating. Oh, just softball game after baseball game after softball game, and then practices in between. You know, it's whatever. But the youngest is obsessed. She fucking loves it. The 12-year-old, he's going to be 13. Oh, I don't even fucking know anymore. He's a preteen boy. But he's like so much more outgoing now since starting baseball. Like, he is more talkative. He says all of this out-of-pocket shit and like makes these crazy jokes now, and we're both like, what the fuck is going on? So it really pulled him out of his shell. So we really liked that. Let's see, shit that happened. So as hopefully people will know by the time it's produced and put online, that George Santos was fucking arrested. Rightfully so. Dude's fucking insane. I went on a secret mission to Walgreens today. I haven't been to Walgreens in like a year. We don't go to Walgreens because they're disgusting and they donate money to disgusting causes and allow their employees to deny access to specific birth control and other kinds of medicine based on their personal religious beliefs. So I find that to be complete horseshit. Plus, a teenage girl got fucking murdered by one of her coworkers at work. But, yeah, no, fuck Walgreens. But I went there for a secret mission. It was fine. Musical feature this week is this girl named Sandy, and her song is called Weeping Moon, and it's kind of beautiful. And you should go follow her. Here it is.
The universe takes after you.
Told you. It's beautiful and ethereal and makes you feel like you should go and like lay in a field of flowers. So my small business this week that I'm highlighting is actually my friend's lash business here in St. Louis. It's called Woke Up Like This STL. Their brand identity is an elevated lash experience. I'm not a lashes extension girl only because I was born with like street sweeps on my eyes. So I don't need any help in that department. I mean, I totally could if I wanted to just like destroy these bitches in the streets, but also I wear glasses. So if you didn't know that I wear glasses, why are you here? Hello, stranger. Anyway, if I wear fake eyelashes with my glasses, they like brush the inside of my glasses. And I can't have all that happening. I can't even handle like fake eyelashes. But Shelby's lashes that I've seen on Facebook are beautiful. And I might even just go get them because I can't. I wonder if she does colored lashes. You guys, how dope would I look with rainbow lashes? Oh my God. I have to look into that now. That has to be a thing. Somebody has to do rainbow lashes because, all right, we're going to get real fucking somber for a second. I was going to get my eyebrows microbladed with Vivids. I had a girl at my dance studio who she was in school to be a microblading technician, and she passed away before she could finish. So yeah, now I don't know anybody in the area who does like vivid microblading. Everyone always just does naturals, and I want purple fucking eyebrows or blue or some other color besides natural, and they're all like, we do natural. I'm like, I'm not saying that. Look at my face. There's rainbow freckles all over it, bitch. I have the devil on my neck. I want fucking blue eyebrows. But no. I'm also on the hunt right now at Targets for this little owl that is a drag queen. It's like a decoration for your house. If you're on my TikTok or my Snapchat, you've seen my welcome mat that says gayest place in town. Fuck yes, it is. But I also want, there's a little owl that is a drag queen, and I fucking need it. Like, I need it with every fiber of my being, and I've gone to 2 fucking Targets now and can't find it anywhere. So, did not know that it might be in the dollar spot. So at the first Target, I didn't look there because we didn't know that they had pride shit in the dollar spot. Well, I went to the one out by my work, which is the bougie fucking one where they think that they're way better than they really are. And there was hardly any pride shit. So it leads me to believe either they are just now putting it out or that they sold out that fast. But I can't see that because this is like the Target that's closest to like buttfuck Egypt in my area. So it's like the hick Target, where they try to be as PC as possible, I guess, or cater to the white people. Because it is. Where I work, it's not like out in the middle of nowhere, but it's like the last stop before you're out in the middle of nowhere. The city that I work in. So there's a lot of like people who drive in like an hour to go to Walmart or the grocery store or whatever. Like when I used to do Instacart and I would deliver out there, some of these people I would have to drive like 35 minutes to get to their fucking houses. And I was like, this is not worth it unless you're going to pay me $50. I'm not driving that long to get to your fucking house. My God. All right. It is everyone's favorite time. It is our social. Smoke it if you got it. And if you don't, why the fuck not? Also, I know if you don't have it, I'm really sorry. I know financial times are hard on everybody. So if you don't have weed, I'm not like calling you out. That's literally just my little blah thing that goes with it. It's on the paper, so I'm reading it, okay? That's why I say it. Also, Delta 8 is legal in most places. So if you're in a state that doesn't have legal weed, go use Delta 8. It's great. Delta 8, THCP, THCO, THC. There's like a bunch of them, okay? All of them are great. I like HHC and THCP the best, personally, but Delta 8 works great too. You have little paranoia. The highs don't last as long as with normal THC, but if you're in a state where it's not legal or you can't even get medical, it is federally legal right now. So if you can find a head shop or a vape shop and they sell HHC or Delta 8 or THCP, fucking get it if you can't get legal and you just want something to like bleep around so that you're not freaking out during the day. That's what I liked to do whenever I was doing Instacart, just because I'm a paranoid bitch. I'm a paranoid bitch. All right, ready? Smoking. I don't know if you can hear any of that, but I'm about to cough my ass off if I don't calm this down. This is me trying not to cough in your guys' ears, because that would suck and not be very nice of me. All right. I am so very sorry. Mucho apologetic. We're going to smoke one more time because I haven't smoked since I got home from work. I literally got home, put away things that I bought at Target, Office Max, and Walgreens. And, which I should have done a haul. I should have done an Office Max haul because I got the weirdest shit. I got the kids some of those skin tone colored crayons, and then some regular Crayola crayons, and then the Silly Scents markers, because they were all like on sale. It was like $2 a package. And I am the crazy person who has an entire container of school supplies. Like, I have a 1 foot by 2 foot bin full of notebooks and markers and expo markers and crayons and pencils. And I bought like a box of 200 pencils from fucking Amazon just because we have 4 kids. Our oldest one is going to be going into his senior year. The 2 middles are going into 7th grade, and then our youngest is going into 4th grade. So for the 4th grader, we need a lot of stuff. And then for the 2 middle school age ones, you always, you know, if you have kids in middle school, you'll understand you need the weirdest shit when they're in middle school. You'll get like a normal list, and then like a couple weeks into school, they'll be like, oh, by the way, we need all of this shit by tomorrow for every one of these classes in these specific colors. The same time as every other school is requesting some random stupid shit. Like, I fucking hate it. And it's not the teacher's fault. Fuck that. Like, no, literally nothing that happens in a school, unless a teacher specifically says exact specific words to a child and addresses them by name, it's never the teachers. It's always administration and the school board. Another reason that I'm running for the school board next election. So if you live in Missouri District 3, please vote for me for the Fort Zumwalt School District Board next election. I'm dead serious. I'm not even joking. I'm going to be on there because they can try to make me look like I'm, you know, some type of way. They can be like, oh, well, you smoke, you know, your social media, because they'll look into that. They looked into it for all the other ones. I'm like, cool, please look into it. Look into it that I'm bipartisan for the most part, but don't like conservatives, that I'm a Satanist, that I'm ordained, and that I'm a public notary who's also in school to be a certified UX designer and has worked in the vaping industry for 10 years dealing with the FDA, the legality of sales, and also taxes in other states. So yeah, sure, I have a neck tattoo of Satan and fucking knuckle tattoos and pink hair, but I probably know more about what you guys are going to argue about than you do. Not to mention that I like have fucking kids that go to this, you know, district, and I have, you know, a vetted interest in what happens in the school board, and 2 of the fucking guys that were running for position of keeping their seats on the school board again, didn't even have kids that go to these fucking schools. They don't even have kids that are in the schools anymore. And that pisses me off. I looked up the qualifications just so everyone knows. In the state of Missouri, to run for a school board, the only qualifications are that you live in the district, you're 25 years old, and that you live in like the school district, not just like the district of voting, but like you have to live in the school district. And, oh, look, I have all of those. It doesn't say anywhere that you have to have a child in the district, which that, to me, seems fucking stupid. I think you should either have to be a teacher, former teacher, or have a student in the district. I don't think random fucking citizens from the area should be allowed to run for the school board. That is fucking dumb to me. I know I'm on a tangent right now, but I can't talk about this on TikTok because somebody will have a fit about it. We live in the community too. We should be allowed to have some say. That's cool. You pay your taxes, so yes, you should be allowed to vote on certain things, but I don't think you should be in the school board of schools where you don't have children. That seems stupid to me. And if you're a child-free person, then you should just be supporting that, because I'm obviously supportive of my child-free friends. My kid wants to be child-free, and I'm all about it. But I do not think that people who do not have children in the district or are teachers or former teachers have any fucking business. And I also don't think that any church leaders should be allowed to run on a school board, which kind of is a conflict of interest for me because we've talked about making our own church because there's a thing going around, which I've been saying this forever. This is why I got ordained in the first place, was so that I could start my own non-theistic church. But I came up with a name for it, and I am calling it right now. If anybody steals this, then somebody tell me so that I can sue them, because I already said this in text on TikTok in a comment last night, I think, and told my husband yesterday. If I start a church, I want it to be the Church of the Immaculate Misconception. It has to be. Like, it fucking that has to be my church name. Has to be it. And like, to create a church, you have to like create standard beliefs and everything, you know, like a moral code. Basically, you have, okay, if you've seen the episode of Bob's Burgers where they're trying to save the this aquarium place, they tell her that they can become a church, and if they become a church, they'll be tax exempt, because she didn't pay their taxes at the aquarium. She didn't pay their taxes, so the kids convince her to turn the aquarium into a church. And so now, if you've seen that episode, like I have 100 million times, you know how to create a church because they tell you how to do it in that episode. But okay, I'm going to smoke one more time, and then we're actually going to get into what this episode is about, so I can stop ranting about school boards and creating churches and all this crazy shit. But if you've been anywhere at all this week, in the last 2 weeks, you know that this world, not this country, this world is a burning hellscape right now. Like, the Israeli-Palestine war is going nuts, and there's bombings all over in Pakistan. There's beheadings and hangings in Iran, and they're suspecting Poland and Hungary of cyber malware attacks. Like, literally, there's so many things going on, and that's just like what I reported on in the last 2 days. So, my God, I was kind of like, I wish I could create another TikTok where I give news, or create another podcast, where I give news every morning. Be like, all right, so this is what fucking happened. But that's how I should probably, I should rethink how I do the news on TikTok and have it be more punchy and exciting, like everybody else who does the news. Because mine is just so straightforward and not monotone, but I just tell you what's going on. But sometimes I get a little interesting with it. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, so this is what's this going on, so I can explain things that I, like, a lot of times when I explain things in my news TikToks, it's because I didn't know what it was, and I investigated it so I could understand what I was reporting on. And so that's why I go into more detail on certain things, because I don't necessarily know about them. So I want other people to understand them. But okay, so while I'm taking this hit, you guys can listen to the trailer for the first movie that we're going to discuss. And if you can guess what it is and send me an email telling me that you fucking guessed what it is, I will shout you out on the next fucking episode, because this is one of my most favorite fucked up straight to TV or DVD movie ever. And it has one of my favorite, like, late 90s, early 2000s actresses.
This February, NBC will take you to a place of wonders. From the creators of Gulliver's Travels and Merlin, Martin Short is the Mad Hatter, Whoopi Goldberg is the Cheshire Cat, Ben Kingsley is the Caterpillar, Miranda Richardson is the Queen of Hearts, and Christopher Lloyd is the White Knight. Alice in Wonderland, coming to NBC February 28th.
Okay, well, obviously, you know what it is now, because I let the whole fucking trailer play through, and it was like the shortest trailer of all time. I didn't realize that. But sorry, I told you guys I was going to take another hit. But I fucking love Alice in Wonderland so much. This is the one with Tina Majorino. If you don't know who she is, Google her really quick, because you do know who she is. That's what I tell my husband. And I don't mean to sound like a dick when I say that. I mean it more so like you don't realize you know who they are. I don't mean it like, yeah, you do. I mean it like you don't realize that you know who I'm talking about. You just don't know their name, but you'll recognize their face when you see them. And I usually feel horrible. I'm really sorry that I do that to you guys. Like, really, really fucking sorry. That movie, though, so fucking weird and amazing. Like, seriously, just weird and amazing. Another weird and amazing movie that came out that year, fucking Superstar. Yes, Superstar with Molly Shannon and Will Ferrell. My sister was so fucking obsessed with that movie that she would do I put my hands under my arms and then I smell them like this. She would do that all the fucking time. She she got stuck on things. She would get echolalia with things and repeat them over and over and over. Like, for a while, hers was also Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Every time she would answer the phone. Every fucking time my sister would fucking answer the phone, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? And I was like, oh my God, Jamie. Yeah. Anyway, so next we're going to move on to Annie, the 1999 Annie. It is the second most watched Disney film to air on TV. It got 2 Emmys, and George Foster got the Peabody Award. So, yeah. I just love that Annie, too. That's how I knew a lot of different actors growing up. Like, that's what I knew them from. Instead of, you know, what other people might be like, oh, I know so-and-so from this movie. If you guys hear a lot of banging around and shit, it's because I'm moving this microphone a fucking lot, and I apologize. Also, like, my mouth is really close to it because I'm gonna, like, kiss it. It's my microphone. I can do whatever I want. And I'm doing this with no pop filter and no filter at all. So if it sounds really fucked up, I'm really sorry, but I kind of don't care because I have the mastering, mixing master, whatever it is on. But yeah, this is how I knew Kathy Bates. You know what I mean? Like, this is how I knew, what's her name? Hold on. Easy Street. Sarah Hyland is in it. If she's in Modern Family. And Victor Garber. I don't know how to explain who these people are, except for, like, you know who they are. Alan Cummings is in it, which I fucking love him, and Kristen Chenoweth. I can't talk. But, Lelaine, who was also in, Lizzie McGuire. She was Miranda in Lizzie McGuire. She was in it. There was a lot of people in it, and that was the Annie that I knew for quite a long time. But, I know that there's another Annie that I think came out in 1982. In 1982 is the one that has Carol Burnett and Tim Curry and Bernadette Peters. And it was so weird to me growing up because I knew all of these, you know what I mean? Like, I knew so many different Annie versions. And that's how I feel like my kids won't be, I don't think my daughter's even ever seen Annie at all. Like, I really don't think Ella's seen Annie. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. The other night, I actually watched Girl Interrupted, and it came out in 1999. That's not, like, so funny. It's one of my comfort movies, and people don't like that. They get really bent out of shape when I tell them that Girl Interrupted is one of my comfort movies. I'm sorry. Look at the fucking cast of that movie and tell me that that's not a movie that you need to watch all the time. It's got fucking Angelina Jolie and Brittany Murphy. God rest her soul. I love you so much, Brittany Murphy. Rest in the pieciest piece of all time. Oh my God. It makes me want to cry every fucking time I think about it. And Elizabeth Moss, who a lot of people don't know her by anything other than Handmaid's Tale, but it's June from Handmaid's Tale, which I forget that she's in it. She plays Torch. She's the girl who burns herself up. And Winona Ryder, of course, which, okay, you guys can hate me for this. I really don't care if people hate me for this. I just speak my mind, and people can get mad at me for it. But I do not think that Winona Ryder is that great of an actress. I just think she has an aesthetic that works for a lot of movies. When she's given free reign, I think she has great acting skills. But, like, to me, Beetlejuice is, like, one of her best acting job. I don't know. I just don't think she's as great of an actress as, like, Christina Ricci. Christina Ricci is fucking incredible, and I love her, and I will fight someone over this. But I am in the Christina Ricci is better than Winona Ryder club, and I'm so sorry if anybody doesn't like that, but so now and then supremacy for now and all time. And if you don't like that, then you should probably just not listen to this, because now and then is referenced more than almost any movie should be, besides Peter Pan. Just by the way, an aside, I am working on the Peter Pan thing. Okay, I've just been really fucking busy with softball and baseball, and so I haven't had the chance to, like, do the things that I want to do. Okay, do the things that I want to do. Speaking of doing the things that we want to do, This is not going to make any sense. This is the worst segue ever. Next movie we're going to talk about is Inspector Gadget. Anyway, here's a clip from Inspector Gadget.
Just say, go Gadgetmobile.
Yes, but will you... Go Gadgetmobile?
Good morning, Riverton. Hey, who's in the car? I was alone. Hey, before we hit the road, I gotta tell you something. I don't think the car likes me. Who you calling car? I'm a crime fight machine. Watch this. Back turn. Haven't you fallen out yet? Oh, sure I am. Who are you, rookie? I'm Officer John Brown, and you're exceeding the speed limit. Speed limits are for cars, not the Gadgetmobile. Are you talking to me? Speaking of breaking the law, who's not wearing a seatbelt? Gotta wear the belt, baby. It's a Disney movie. Now, I'm going to fight me some crime.
I know, that made no sense, and I don't even care. I loved Inspector Gadget when I was younger. It was like one of those movies that you're like, this is fucking dumb, and then you're like, oh no, just kidding, I love this, I'm gonna watch it 100 times. Other movies like that are Runaway Bride. I know it's like, what? But we watched this movie a lot. Me and my sister got into fixations over the fucking most random movies. Like the movie While You Were Sleeping. We loved that fucking movie. No wonder me and my sister have some of the weirdest ideations, especially because of our daddy issue abandonment problems. We would latch on to all kinds of shit. It was so dumb. Like Big Daddy. That's another movie that came out in 1999. Yeah. Anything Adam Sandler, I attach myself to because everyone's always like, oh yeah, okay. But like, okay, if you meet my uncle, he looks, sounds, acts just like Adam Sandler, or he used to before he got married and had kids. But so I hold Adam Sandler very near and dear to my heart because he reminds me of my uncle when I was younger. So like, you know, that I fucking love Big Daddy. We used to watch it a lot. And another one we watched was Passport to Paris. All right, that came out that year too. And one of the biggest things that people online discuss about Passport to Paris is how they just fucking like went off with these boys. Just went off with these boys. Me and my sister loved it because we liked the part where they said, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Oh my God. When they were imitating American Girls. So yeah, that was, I fucking loved that movie. And now, let's see, another movie. Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's two movies that both came out in 1999, and they're almost exactly alike-ish, but they're alike in concept. Not necessarily the storyline, the plot, and everything like that, but it's a mother and daughter traveling around trying to escape like bad relationships. Okay, the first one is one of my absolute favorite movies ever, Anywhere But Here. I'm fucking obsessed with it. It's one of the movies that made me really love Natalie Portman when I was younger. She's my favorite-ish actress. I have like two or three, but I love Natalie Portman. But she initially turned it down until they told her that they would cut a scene that had nudity in it because she just didn't want to be nude on set yet. She wasn't old enough to feel comfortable doing that yet. So, that movie and Tumbleweeds, which I have a clip from, and Tumbleweeds had, hold on, let me look up her name while I play this clip because I can't remember right now. I had things written down and now they're gone because it's been 2 weeks, all right? Just don't come for me.
When was the last time you saw Mr. Big Shot Carter?
10-year reunion.
That was about 100 years ago, huh?
True love never dies. Never, ever, ever.
Hey!
Hi.
Hi!
Bye. We gotta get rid of the old to bring in the new. Now just throw it out. You're making a mistake. Woo! It's a new life, baby. It's a new life. Santa Fe, come on. We ain't never been to New Mexico before.
Okay, so it's Kimberly J. Brown that plays the daughter in it, and she's in like everything on Disney Channel. But I'm looking it up, and on like Google it says it came out in 2000, but on Wikipedia was saying that it came out in 1999. So we're still gonna include it just because. Like, then even in my little clip thing, the name on YouTube said Tumbleweeds 1999 official trailer. So you know what, internet, get your shit together. Figure out when the fuck this movie came out. It's like Sometimes that's annoying because these are important informations that we need to know. Let's see. Another one was Cider House Rules that came out, you know. The King Kong scene was originally cut from King Kong in 1933, and it wasn't shown again until 1971. So, like, there's a little clip of King Kong that plays on the TV. That was just a little fun fact, okay? Don't... I'm telling you guys, don't fucking come for me. The Green Mile also came out that year. Many NBA players auditioned, including Shaq. That was just a random fact from that one, too. Okay? You know, I'm gonna fight you guys. All right? You know what I mean? I'm gonna fight you guys. Galaxy Quest came out. Rainn Wilson's film debut, and also Alan Rickman and Tim Allen did not get along, which makes sense. I mean, that really does make sense to me that Alan Rickman and Tim Allen wouldn't get along. And I feel like the behind the scenes of that would make me so uncomfortable because since the flood, I can't do cringy situations. Like I literally, if I feel so bad for Ira, but there's like something uncomfortable happening on a TV show or movie that we're watching, he has to like physically hold me. I have to cover my eyes and close my ears because I can't handle it. It makes me so uncomfortable. I just run away. Avoidance, okay, guys? It'll get you through parts of life that you didn't know you needed to get through. Kind of like a robot servant in your house that decides it wants to be a human and then gains personhood. Bicentennial Man, 1999. You know why we love this movie? Because fucking Robin Williams is in it. If he wasn't in this movie, I don't think anybody would have liked it because otherwise it would have been the most creepy shit ever.
Where have you been? I've been trying to call you.
Poke me in the eye.
What?
Poke me in the eye, Portia.
You're crazy.
Poke me in the eye! Ow! Oh! Oh! It hurts! Oh! It works!
What the hell is going on?
It's my neural net! I am the proud owner of a central nervous system.
You can feel.
Oh, yes, very much. Will you do something for me? Will you perform an experiment just for the sake of science?
All right.
Kiss me.
So that movie is very near and dear to my heart. Because Robin Williams. But also, it reminds me of this other movie called AI, Artificial Intelligence. It has Haley Joel Osment where he's like a robot child. Would he technically be a rainbow child if they couldn't get pregnant again and then they got a robot child instead? Would he be a rainbow robot baby? Don't answer that. But anyway, so, but that movie, AI, fucking terrifies me. I don't like it. It scares me. And one of my grandpa, his favorite stories to tell is me and him going to see that movie, and then we had to leave because I was scared, and he always talks about it like it's such an inconvenience that we had to leave this movie theater because I was fucking terrified. I don't like that at the end of it, you see Haley Joel Osment laying at the fucking bottom of the ocean and the aliens come and get him. Oh my God, fucking freaks me out. Even to this day, do not like. But a movie I do like, segue, is A Midsummer's Night Dream. And the version of it came out this year, 1999. It's great, stacked cast. It's just fantastic. Yeah, another stacked cast is Wild Wild West. So for this movie, Will Smith turned down being Neo in the Matrix movies. And he fucking hates Wild Wild West. He has publicly apologized for it multiple times. But you know what? I love Wild Wild West. We actually watch it quite a bit. Every couple months we watch it. It's one of my comfort movies. I don't know. Movies from this year are some of my most comforting movies to me. Like The Matrix. The Matrix also came out this year, which is why Will Smith couldn't star in it. Which I think he would have been good for Neo, but I love Keanu Reeves as Neo because no one was expecting it, all right? So, like, we knew he was an action star. We knew he could be a surfer dude who was fucking dumb and a stoner, but we hadn't seen him as, like, a serious existential character who was questioning things and then going between and being two different people. It really added a lot of depth to him as an actor, I feel like. Let's see. Also, this year, two of my favorite scary movies, House on Haunted Hill and The Haunting, which I have a clip from The Haunting, so please hold.
These are beautiful.
I know, I've seen them. It's a lot to dust.
Never seen this kind of beauty. You must love working here.
I set dinner on the dining room sideboard at 6. You can serve yourselves. Breakfast is ready at 9. I don't wait on people. I don't stay after dinner, not after it begins to get dark. I leave before dark comes. We live in town, 9 miles, so there won't be anyone around if you need help. We couldn't even hear you in the night.
Why would we?
No one could. No one lives any nearer than town. No one will come any nearer than that. In the night. In the dark.
This movie was one of my favorite movies. It's like what I would watch before I went to bed. I was so fucked up. My grandma watched a lot of fucked up movies with me, which, like, The Sixth Sense, another one that came out that year. Oh, I fucking love The Sixth Sense. That is my jam. I love a psychological thriller. I really do. I don't know. It's just something better than a regular movie. It's just like, okay. The next one, we're not going to have a clip. We're actually going to have a little bloop from Sierra about being John Malkovich, which, what? I took the weirdest note. 130 times enigmatic quality. I don't know. What the fuck did I write that for? Y'all, I don't know what my note is even about. Hold on here. Listen to Sierra.
Hi, I don't know if you need this anymore or not, but for being John Malkovich, John Cusack actually told his agent to find him like the wildest, the craziest script they could find because he was tired of being typecast. And they brought him being John Malkovich, and he read it and immediately demanded an audition. And then for American Beauty, this one's a little sadder. Mina Suvari was, during the filming, she was actually going through a crystal methamphetamine addiction and a lot of other substances to cope with her own personal rape. So that's sad.
Sierra, I love you so much. I just like the way you're like, that's sad. It is so fucking sad because I love Mina. Like, she's one of my favorite actresses. Oh my God. She's also in Sugar and Spice. I fucking love that movie. I actually just bought the digital version on my phone so that I could watch it at work the other day. But I fucking love her so much. And it's so sad. Like, that movie has so many negative connotations now because it is one of my favorite fucking movies because I have a deep, deep love for Thora Birch. Like I said, now and then. I love fucking Thora Birch so much. Yeah, that movie, I feel so bad that it has such negative connotations. Two other movies that are pretty fucked up, but like also like have some fucked up shit. One is Teaching Mrs. Tingle. I'm not going to play the clip from that just because that movie can be boring. You know what I mean? Like, it can be boring. And then also American Pie came out that year. I personally only like those movies because fucking Jennifer Coolidge. Everything else couldn't give a fuck less about. I think it's gross. I don't like most like jockey guy centric 2000s movies. And this is like what started all of that. So like, yeah, no, thank you. A lot of really good fucking animated movies came out that year. The Brave Little Toaster, South Park Bigger, Longer, Uncut, which I'm only including that in this little blurb because it's fucking animated. The Iron Giant, which was actually meant to be a musical initially, and it was her favorite fucking movie for like a year, 2 years. She watched it nonstop, constantly. And for the next one, I'm going to have another clip from one of my friends, from me, Nikki, for Doug's first movie.
Not a fun fact about the actual show, but I live about 45 minutes, give or take, away from Brunswick, Georgia. And I guess it's possible that he's not there anymore, but I usually go to Jekyll and Hyde Con there, and one year I met the creator of Doug. And he lives in Brunswick, and he was super cool, and he was super nice, and I got his signature and everything, and it was great.
I shamelessly made Nikki record that because I love her accent. She sent it to me in a comment, and I was like, no, stitch this and give me audio. And she was like, fine. She did. I love her fucking accent. I don't care. All right, random segue. Let's see. We'll jump. Oh, Muppets from Space came out that fucking year. They were owned by Sony? No, that's not right. It's not right. My notes were, who knows. Anyway, we learn about Gonzo and his past and everything, but I actually watched documentaries, like a lot of documentaries recently on Jim Henson and Disney and shit like that. And actually, it's not canon. Nothing that happens in Muppets from Space is canon. It's all just something in an independent story. They've said if you love Gonzo and he's one of your favorite characters, then don't get upset about Muppets in Space because it's not canon to the Muppets universe. So like, yeah, that's it. There you go. You have that now. This is the year that Notting Hill came out. Nice chick flick rom-com. Austin Powers came out. Classic. I quote that movie way too much for my own fucking good. Oh, another fixation that me and my sister had that year, Baby Geniuses. If you've never seen Baby Geniuses, do yourself a favor and fucking watch that movie because it is ridiculous, hilarious, makes no sense. It's star-studded too. Like, weirdly enough, it's star-studded. Double Jeopardy came out. I think it's boring. Sorry if you're offended, but I think Double Jeopardy is pretty boring. I don't know. It's like I get charged for this and then, we gotta get charged for it again. I don't know. This next one, there's a clip only because it's one of the weirdest and one of my favorite movies ever. As Extends. I fucking love it. Jude Law is in it. It's a David Cronenberg movie. Just listen. Yeah.
There's an intimacy involved in playing Existence that is beyond description.
In the not-too-distant future, Allegra Geller has created the ultimate escape.
The possibilities are so great.
This is amazing.
A parallel universe called Existence.
Now I'm warning you. It's going to be a wild ride.
It taps into your deepest emotions.
You're the power source. Your body, your nervous system, your energy.
It unleashes your wildest urges.
Yeah, I mean, it's a video game that you like plug into yourself, and then there's all this meta shit where you don't know if you're in the game or in real life, and it's fucking great. It's one of those movies that I saw randomly on like TNT one night and was fucking obsessed with it. I think it went straight to the movie, DVD, TV, whatever. Straight to not in theaters. That year also, one of the most pivotal movies of my whole life that I ever saw was Boys Don't Cry, and it came out in 1999. So I watched that movie, and then soon after that, I think, hold on, let me do exact research so that I'm not giving you guys some assumptions, because that makes an ass out of you and me. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Let's type with one finger. You're all welcome. Excuse me. Okay. So, when did it come out? Oh, it came out this year too. Okay. And you know what? It might have been because of Boys Don't Cry releasing that she felt like it was the appropriate time. Okay. But Melissa Etheridge's song, Scarecrow, came out that year. And my mom is a hardcore Melissa Etheridge fan. I mean, she's a lesbian. Sorry, I don't mean to sound stereotypical, but like, my mom hits all of the stereotypical lesbian markers, and I love her for it. There is no hate in my heart for that. Fucking obsessed. But so around this time is when she also told me the story about Scarecrow and Matthew Shepard, and that combined with Boys Don't Cry, it was like I was a changed person. My life was then dedicated to protecting the trans people that I knew and loved. And at that time, I didn't know that I knew like 4 trans people they were all still AFAB at that point. And you know what I mean? Presenting AFAB. But, I don't know if I want to tell those stories. I don't know. They are endearing. This one story is super endearing to me and the person it's about now, because I recognized something that even they didn't, and they said that to me in those words. As adults, they came out to me before coming out to almost anybody else through a Facebook message, which I love them so much for that. And we talked about one time in 4th grade, we had human growth and development. And, like in human growth and development, you have to split into the two, boys and girls, so you can each learn about whatever, which, in 4th grade, I did appreciate that, because I don't want to learn about my period around a bunch of boys. Like, it's already uncomfortable enough. And a whole bunch of 4th grade boys, no, thank you. No, I already want to, crawl inside my skin and fucking die. I don't want a bunch of 4th grade boys around while I'm learning about what my body's going to do. No. But one of my friends, he, at the time, presented as female, was walking into the room with us to go learn about the girl stuff. And I was like, why are you coming in here? You need to go in that room. And he was like, no, I have to go in here. I'm a girl. And I was like, no, you're not. We're in 4th grade. And as adults, we had this conversation, and he was like, you fucking knew. He's like, you knew before anybody else. He's like, you knew before me. Because he was always just like, really butch. Like, more than my mom. Like, made an effort. But still, kept a few feminine features. Nothing to where it was like, you're girly. But he was one of my best friends growing up. We both went to the skate rink every single weekend. He lived up at the skate rink, and his older brother hung out there, and we were all just we had this gang of kids. Literally, there was 12 of us who we all came from broken homes, or our family life was kind of fucked up, or we weren't living with both of our parents. It was just we weren't the typical rich kids. All of us were pretty poor. So we all kind of hung out together at the skate rink. We were, each of us was given $20 for a weekend, and we spent that $20 at the skate rink because we could all be there and be safe, and we don't have to worry about anybody messing with us or whatever. But okay, that's the story about I'm an ally. I was a baby ally and didn't even know it. But, Boys Don't Cry was my tip of the iceberg. When it came to my allyship, it just seemed so common sense to me. It did not make sense to not support somebody, because I think a big part of it was, me coming out and my my 2 gay moms totally deflecting me coming out to them. I told them I was bi. They said it was a phase and I would get over it. And for me, the logic in that didn't logic, because I was looking at the 2 of them. I was like, you guys have been lying your whole lives. I don't fucking understand why you would want me to lie also. So that's why, I kind of take L at face value. If she tells me, Mom, I am this, I'm like, okay, cool. Let's explore that. See if you feel comfortable in that space. If you do, we'll fucking run with it. If you don't, we can say never mind. I told her about those funny ass fucking TikToks where it's like, I'm wrong and I'm singing the Stan's Wrong song or whatever the fuck it is, and there's the queer people taking down their lesbian flag and putting up an asexual flag, or taking down their lesbian flag and putting up a trans flag, or non-binary taking down trans flags. I try to explain to my kid, especially about detransitioning, because these fucking conservatives act like things are so fucking absolute. They literally act like things are the most absolute. That's the thing about tattoos now. They can't even tell us, oh, they'll be on your body forever, because you can look at them bold-faced and be like, no, they won't. I can go get them removed. Pete Davidson did it. You can't say to us, oh, if you get a full body surgical transition, you can't undo that. Yes, you can. Plus, I hate the insinuation that every fucking trans person has to get bottom surgery. Or any surgery. They don't have to get any surgery, especially, and I know it's controversial, and I know all of the bullshit about Jeffrey Tambor. Okay, fuck that. We're just going to talk about Mara in Transparent. She didn't get any surgeries because she couldn't, because of her heart condition. And then, of course, in the musical, okay, well, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Transparent, please don't listen. Don't listen now. Spoiler alert. This is about the finale. All right, you've been warned. If you're still here, you want to be spoiled. Anyway, so like in the finale, of course, they make it so that she dies because they had to kick Jeffrey Tambor off of the cast because he was accused of sexual assault earlier in his career. But he's not dead yet, so we can't separate the art from the artist. But he did a really good job portraying Mara, and he has said that he learned so much through doing that show from being involved in the trans and queer communities. And okay, I'm going to do a whole episode on that show because there is one character that me and Ira both fucking hated. We hate her. And we have to talk about this. Anyway, okay, there's one more movie left, and it is the nearest and dearest to my heart, and it is Music of the Heart. It is when I learned that I loved Meryl Streep. This is how I discovered Meryl Streep cognitively. Like, yes, I probably did see her in tons of stuff before this, and yes, I probably did love her before this, but this is the movie that I saw her in that, like, pinned her in my brain. I was like, my God, look at this goddess up there teaching these kids how to play the violin. And then there was the song, I think it was NSYNC and Gloria Estefan. I think it was NSYNC. It was a boy band and Gloria Estefan. I'm not pulling my phone up again. This is the last one, but I'm playing a clip because I fucking love Music of the Heart. So please hold.
Do you remember this movie from 1999?
Okay, that's enough. Thank you. You stunk.
You are a little too harsh.
Well, don't you want a nice teacher? I already got nice teachers. You added some variety.
They slashed the budget.
I see. After 10 years, after 1,400 kids have learned the violin.
You think I haven't noticed what you've done for these kids?
She gave them a gift they could never imagine. They gave the system a fight it would never forget.
I would like you all to play from your heart. Play like I know you can play. Just play from here.
I need you guys to know that I had finished recording. I recorded the whole episode and was literally about, like, pressed the end recording to then produce and save this episode, and my fucking software crashed. Thank God it autosaves every 5 minutes. I'm going to turn it on like every 2 minutes or something because that was fucking terrifying. I literally almost had a fucking panic attack and was like, okay, well, I was literally just going to record 3 minutes of me saying, sorry, there's no episode because it recorded and then deleted, and here's the music feature and here's the small business. Bye, fuck you. Because it's 6 p.m. I am exhausted. I had another really long fucking day, and then I went on missions and went shopping, and it was, oh my God. But yeah, so anyway, that's this week's episode. You can find me on all my socials. You can also find me on my website, which I will link in the show notes. You can contact me via email at hb3pod@gmail.com. If you like what you're hearing, please follow or subscribe and rate or review on whatever streaming platform you're listening on. It helps me a whole fucking lot. Like, I don't even know if I get ratings because I don't get any kind of notification of it, but it would be great if somebody did. Also, my show isn't sponsored by anyone, and I do have affiliates that I will be recording new ads for some soon because I hate the one I did. It's gross. Sorry, you have to hear that. If you'd like to check them out, all proceeds gained through affiliates is put right back into producing and editing the show, as well as paying web hosting fees. I don't know what we're doing next week. You'll figure it out whenever I figure it out. So I love you. Thank you. Bye.
You dumb fucking bitch.
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 You bitch! The mega bitch!
Heinous bitch is the fucking bitch.
Bitch?
You're a bitch!
The bitch.
If you've ever thought about making your own podcast, I highly recommend using Buzzsprout. You can find a link in the show notes. And once you're there, they kind of explain everything for you. And it's really pretty cheap, honestly. They give you all kinds of tips and tools on how to increase listeners, how to promote your show, and on monetization. If you have any other questions, they are super responsive. They get back to you within a day, if not like an hour. I use Buzzsprout, and it gives me the ability to host my podcast on basically every single podcast hosting site and app. It's great. I love them. So I'm going to continue to use them, and if you're interested, you should definitely look into them. Like I said, there's a link in the show notes.